having a good base, so starting with your feet about hip width apart if you're going to do this in standing, and thinking about a string being pulled from the crown of your head towards the ceiling, almost like you're a puppet. So I literally like to grab the crown of my head and pull up towards the top of the ceiling just to give me a nice cue. And you're just thinking about lengthening your spine, and it should feel almost lifting, like you're taking a little bit of pressure off of that spine. So as we're doing that pull upwards here, from the side view, we're just thinking about trying to make a straight line between our ears, our shoulders, our hips, and down into our feet. So get those feet started, pulling up. As you're pulling up, you don't want to be thinking about cranking those shoulders way back necessarily to get up nice and tall. Sometimes that can cause us to flare our chest open. So we don't really want to get this exaggerated curve in our back. So we're essentially, as we're pulling up, thinking about stacking our ribs over top our hips or our pelvis. So it's just going to look something a little bit like this, coming straight up, maybe a slight chin tuck to get you in a straight line. And the other thing you don't want to be doing is sucking in those abdomens. You're still in a relatively relaxed posture overall, just coming up straight, nice and tall and gentle. Might even just do a couple breaths here. And then if you feel that tension in your shoulders, you can do a nice squeeze up towards your ears and just drop them and let everything relax. And you can do this kind of exercise just a couple times, especially if you need a little extra volume in your hair postpartum, because mine's usually pretty flat. But you can just do it maybe every hour if you think about it. You can even set a reminder on your phone or your watch just to give you a cue, or really anytime you can think about fitting it in during the day, just countering some of that forward posture from either playing with kids or even doing a lot of feeding, especially early on. So a good base to start with, and then we can build on some breathing and maybe even build in some extra stretches if you're really tight and having a hard time getting into that more neutral position.